folks. We got something to talk about real quick, and that's the reason why I'm not doing the whole intro thing like I always, like I never do. So I did step on the scale again this morning. Once again, we are at the inconsistent stage of everything, which is fine. I don't really give a shit about the weight at this moment, but the weight was said to be 325.4. Now I'm not gonna put that on my whatchamacallit because it also showed 326 and then it also showed 323. But that wasn't the problem I really cared about. Here's what I cared about. So our body fat percentage went down to 47.7%, which is a good thing. Our skeletal muscle mass, this is just skeletal muscle, this isn't all lean mass. Skeletal muscle mass went up 117.7. That's a good thing. So that means my body fat is coming down. I needed to come all the way down because it's still fucking with my brain, but that's fine. We're good on that. What I'm troubled by is body water is at 41.4%, which means we're moving in the wrong direction. And I would think with all the water I'm drinking, my body water would have went up, not down. So what this now means is we're gonna have to there's no more water I can really drink. I'm literally tired of water. But we're gonna try to correct this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep drinking what I'm drinking now, keep doing what I'm doing now, and what I will try to do is I'll message my dietitian and I'll ask her, hey, what's this about? Because this is concerning. It might just be a scale error, like some of these scales, they say all this stuff, and then you can step in on a BMI or DEXA or whatever, and everything be completely different. But okay, whatever. But let's just take the small victory of skeletal muscle going up and the body fat is going down. We're gonna take that as a win. Anyway, I'm not gonna be out here too long. I'm only gonna be out here for a couple more, probably about another 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go home. Like I said, this is active rest day, so we're not going to be out here hustling, busting our ass by any means. So let's just get what we got to get done. So I'm sitting here walking, and is anyone having this problem with Filmora where they're rendering out their videos and the video just crashes? I'm just talking just straight crash. Like, while it's like 30, 40, maybe even 50%, and then it crashes, goes back to the home screen. I don't know if it's mine or not, but right now I'm rendering on CapCut. And if CapCut ends up being a cool thing, then CapCut's gonna be what I end up going with. I like Filmora, but Filmora, you slipping. You've been slipping for a while now. What the hell? Okay, got that out. Filmora, you've been slipping for a while now, so it might be time for us to part ways. I really don't want that, but I'm gonna try to uninstall and reinstall you. If that doesn't work, you gotta go. So I decided to stay out just a little bit longer, so I went ahead, got me a coffee since I didn't take any of my pills this morning. And what I decided is I'm going to claim this 325.4. I'm going to claim this. The body fat percentage, I'll go ahead and claim. The skeletal, well, it's already on there. Body water, I still don't know why it's that low, but guess we got to claim it, right? And my metabolic age is 50. We got work to do. You know what I really want to have? I want to have a Ninja Creamy Party. That's really what I want. I want to have a Ninja. Look, I look smaller, but I look bigger as well, and I hate that. I think I'm gonna buy a Ninja Creamy, and I want to invite a lot of people. Of course, Shea Butter, Vigilante Show. You know, some of my good friends and family who have been there for me through this hard time. Well, it's not really a hard time, but through this time, I want to invite a lot of them as well. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, if I don't do anything else for my birthday, and if you see a video up that says Ninja Creamy Party, where I'm dressed up as a ninja, then yeah, I had a Ninja Creamy Party. No, but here's something that's going through my mind right now. So I started 75 hard, and one of my biggest goals was to get back down to 320. So as you see with the weight, yeah, this has been on my mind all morning. We're at 325. So that means we're 5 pounds away from the goal of 320. So now the question becomes, what do we do after that? Do we just sit and chill like I thought I wanted to? Because that's really what I want to do. I want to get to 320, chill for probably about a couple months, and then push for that last to get down to 285. But do we just go for it? Do we just say, hey, you know what? While we have the momentum, before the momentum starts to shift, let's go for it. I don't really know what to do. And that really, you know, I really honestly, with the way I'm always set up, where it's kind of hard for me to lose fat, weight, whatever you want to call it. And we can't really call it water weight, because as much water as I'm drinking, I should be 700 pounds of just water. But, you know, while I have the momentum on my side, should we take like a 2-week break and just chill out, relax, not do anything? Not really not do anything, but not push so hard for 2 weeks. And then make that push towards, you know, 285, or should we just chill the rest of 75 hard? Or should we just say, fuck it, balls to the wall? I know Vigilante Gamer is going to say something. Go back to the wall. Go check out Vigilante Show. It sucks what Pop the Balloon did to his channel, but you know what? Here's the deal. If I get to 10,000 likes, if not 10,000 likes, 10,000 subscribers, I will do a Pop the Balloon, one-time Pop the Balloon. Look at the sun over me, because I am the prodigal son. I will do a Pop the Balloon Gym Crush edition. Yes. No, they're all not going to show up, but you know what? Who cares, right? Anyway, I did say I was going to go ahead and end this walk earlier. Like I said, I got to chilling. I kind of got to chilling playing around with both Filmora and CapCut. I tried to do the Adobe one. I didn't really like it. So what I'm going to do is I uninstalled and then reinstalled Filmora. So I'm going to give it one more try. If it doesn't work, hold on. If it doesn't work, then I'll just go ahead and cut it for good and use CapCut. I'll probably go ahead and I'll pay for CapCut later on, because right now CapCut, Filmora, none of it's you know, as long as it's free to use. I'm not a big time YouTuber. I don't care. I'm not even a YouTuber. I'm just a guy who's playing around on YouTube. Anyway, let's finish up this walk real quick. Let's get this done over with. I don't see my buddy out here today. I think she probably came and left. Don't worry, she's an older lady, so we just walk and talk. But I don't see her out here, so I think she came and left. But I'm going to finish up out here, and I will see you at home. All right, so we're home. I'm going to get into everything in a minute. Just give me a second, because I am absolutely beat. I'm so sorry, guys. I came home a little bit later than I wanted to. Time right now is 9:12. Steps for right now are 9,723. So we're over our steps for today. 2,048 calories burned, 32 ounces of water. We don't count that. We don't count the coffee, and I didn't get a water with it. So, cheers. It almost feels like this is for nothing if it's not going to show. But some of it dried. Hoodie. This needs to actually go into the wash machine. Yeah, it needs to go into the wash machine. So, thinking about it, you know, I think with momentum on our side, go ahead and push for, when we hit 320, that's when I'll adjust the goal to 285. We're not going to do it just. But that does make me look at this week's goals, which is lose 1.5 pounds this week and be friendlier. Technically, if we really want to be technical, we lost this one overnight. But we're not going to do that because today starts it. But it does make me look at the caloric intake of 1550 per day, and it makes me wonder, is that too low? Should we go a little bit higher, like 1750? I don't know, but I think for right now we're going to stay at 1550. That is not my hand. We're going to track all the calories this week. There's going to be some guesstimating. There's going to be a little bit of guesstimating because of the fact that you know, you can't track everything. Like, you could put, like what I did with the burger meat, where I put it in a cup and then, you know, made the patty. Well, how do you know if you're actually putting in, you know, 2 ounces of meat versus you're patting in almost, you know, half a cup, but you're just packing it in, you know, or a chicken quarter, you know, the thing might say it's 300 calories. Is it really 300 calories? Is it 350? Is it 400? So there's going to be a lot of guesstimation on this. As long as, you know, also I like peanut butter, chunky peanut butter, and one little extra piece of peanut could take that over. So we're going to do a lot of guesstimations. Minimum of 170 fluid ounces of water. I don't think it matters. I'm just low on water. Even with all the water I drink, I'm low on water. Resistance workout twice a week. I do have the bands on the exercise bike, so we're going to use those for something. Even if we're not riding the bike, we can still use those to do something. So don't worry about that one. Track all calories with Fitbit app. Now, granted, I'm getting away from Fitbit because of what they did with the trackers. What they're doing with a lot of people's trackers, they're trying to move them from Fitbit to the Google Pixel. But the app is fairly accurate with the calories. So this is where you got to be a little honest with yourself. You know, you can't really estimate how many ounces. You could just look at it like, it looks like 6, but is it really 8? Is it a fattier chicken thigh or chicken leg quarter? Take this stuff into account and actually, you know, say, and also be very honest with yourself. Did you really eat a quarter cup or did you eat half a cup? Did you eat half a cup or did you take 2 scoops of a half cup and make it 1 cup? Be honest with yourself. Track everything. Second workout cannot be walking. That's going to be a big one. So, yeah, we're going to take this out to the park a little bit more, throw it around. We're going to do quite a few other things. We're going to get on the bike a little bit more. I kind of said we're going to do 15 minutes, take a 5-minute break, do another 15 minutes, take a 5-minute break. It doesn't say you have to just go balls to the wall all 45 minutes. But, or we could do 15 minutes, take a 10-minute break, and then go the other 15 minutes. I don't know. We'll break it up somehow, because until I can get all 45 minutes. I used to be able to. When I wrestled, I was able to. And of course, be friendlier. Smile more, which I did today. Encourage others, which I did today. Wave to more people, I did today. And give one random compliment a day. There was this beautiful lady out walking today. She was out. It wasn't the lady I usually walk with, but she was coming from Dunkin' Donuts because she had the drink in her hand. And I said, "Hey, I love your hair." I won that today. So I say on the first one, I have a 40%, 40. We're going to win the day on the water. We're almost there on the minimum steps. Minimum steps is 11,500 a day. So anyway, what I'll do is I'm going to take a little nap, and we can't do anything until about 12:30. Well, 12:15, 12:30 is when we could do a second workout. We'll get into something. So until then, I'm going to read, and I'm actually going to take my progress photo because I didn't take it yet. So we're going to get into that. So, and I got to let these phones charge as well. I saw YouTube had a video editor, so I'm going to test that out. If that works better, I'm just going to use that. But I do want to give Fillmore one more try, so I'll give them a try later. Anyway, going to take a nap. Talk to you. I got a little bit more reading to do. We're on entryways right now, but I just wanted to say something real quick. The next home I build, the entryway needs to be spacious. But if I got enough room to put that damn table in my entryway, I'm doing too good in life, because that is what am I gonna do? Eat dinner in the entryway? Actually, technically, if I could eat dinner in the entryway, I've really made it in life, and I'm never going to tell y'all where I live because y'all ain't coming to rob me. But actually, I like it. I like that table. That is huge. That's really cool. I like this table a lot better, though. This one. You know, like put like a little dish for the keys, maybe your spare change. You know, actually very picturesque outside. I wish there was a mountain in that photo. We're not going to count some of these, so we're going to go a little bit more because it would be a little bit unfair to count this. Actually, are these the same? Yeah, these are the same. That is actually very nice. I like that. That mirror is very nice. You know, like I say, I think that's what the dish is the bowl is a key thing for keys and change, which is cool. And I have no clue what that is, but yeah. There's a lot of coolness in this. I like it. But anyway, we're going to do 15 to 20 pages just to make up, because I feel like if I did this will just be way too easy. So we're going to double everything. Anyway, let me just get back to what I'm doing, because I'm reading through the camera right now. Actually, I like that very much. Anyway, except, you know, when you've been working outside all day and your feet stink, you need to put those boots outside. But then again, those boots might attract bears. And I don't think it's bear season. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all. I have a weird theory. So I'm looking at something, for example, right here, where it says morning weigh-ins after using the bathroom but before breakfast gives you the most consistent and accurate body fat readings. They tell you to weigh yourself in the morning when you're at your lightest. What if, because you're at your lightest in the morning, your body water is at its lowest? Now my spider senses are going off, and I'm wondering if I am usually in the hydration range, just not in the morning. I don't know. We're going to have to look this one up, but yeah, I'm still fascinated over this because we're only at 41, so we're not that far off. We need to be at a 47 to be at the standard. 47 is the beginning of standard. So right now, I'm going to keep investigating, but we're going to get up in a few and do something outside. We're going to do something, but I'll be up in a few. Almost done with the water. We'll get to it. Welcome to afternoon workout. We're just going to throw this frisbee from one side of the park to the other until I just get tired. This isn't the one you really want to throw. But you know what? If it gets us a workout, let's just go for it, right? Of course, we're going to get our steps in. That was a decent throw, but there's some wind out here. Nothing but dead grass anyway. So we're almost where we need to go for right now. Uh-oh. Whew. I was actually just aiming towards the gate, but that was a good one. That was a real good one. So I know I said no walking, which I guess this could be considered walking. But you know what? Now we got to fight against the wind with this damn thing. And that's fine. That's cool. Now, technically, you are supposed to pick up and go the opposite direction. But you know what? That's cool. Who cares? We make up the rules as we go along, and we're throwing a frisbee. Once again, one thing I do need is some wrist weight to probably get my form up. Now, then again, it would be better if I actually threw with some actual fucking form. But you know what? This is my video. This is 75 hard. Oh, that was a horrible throw. Anyway, I'm going to give y'all some of the footage along the way. I'm not going to bombard y'all with, just watching me and my bad disc golf throwing form. And if you say anything in the comments about, hey, big guy, you can't throw. You know what? I'm going to come smash your mother. How about that one? Yeah. No, I'm just joking. Oh, that was a little bit better. I actually got to get actual disc golfs for every throw. Because me just trying to throw one, quite a few, whatever, who cares? Anyway, I'm working up a sweat here. I'm getting my remaining steps in. And I'm actually having fun. It's actually a very beautiful day. So, talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so we now have a little bit of a technical difficulty. Our disc went back into there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to grab it. So here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to find another workout. I mean, I don't know what else to do. We're kind of screwed right now. I don't know. I mean, I guess if it started out as a walk, if it started out as disc golf, but now it has to be a walk, can I just start walking? We're already about 15 minutes in, so we just need another 30 minutes. So let's figure out what we're going to do. A little bit of an update. So I got a friend who actually works here. He's one of the main people for the groundskeeping. He said that he's going to see if someone can come up and open that gate up. If they can't, then he'll be here in the morning. I could just grab it first thing in the morning. You know, he doesn't, there's barbed wire around that gate. So he doesn't want me to try to climb it. And because he knows I have an application in here, if I break in, that kind of doesn't look good. Even if it's on camera that, hey, my Frisbee went back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk. I know we said it can't be a walk, but it did start off as Frisbee throwing and went downhill. So we're just going to take this and move it. Just keep it moving. That's the only thing we can do. It's hot, folks. It's real hot. But a beautiful day, though. Beautiful day to be out here. Tanning my white palms. Anyway, only going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we're going to go ahead and head home. Take a shower, hydrate with some good H2O, and then probably a little bit of a nap, probably see what's on TV, and then we're going to eat. I gotta make dinner tonight, so that's always fun, ain't it? Yeah, about a 10-minute break, and then we'll start heading home. I'm waiting to hear from my boy. I think it's just gonna be, hey, I'll text him, hey, I'll grab it in the morning when I'm on my morning walk anyway. They should be here, so I'll just grab it then. Anyway, loving the weather, loving the chill pace today. Doesn't feel like I'm being forced to do anything today, or, you know, that's good. I'm never forced to do anything, but just doesn't feel too forced today. So 10 minutes, we'll get home, drink something, and then, oh, by the way, we're at 128 ounces. So we're done with the water. We're done with the second workout. And all we have is the meal. So see you then. Let's just try this. So I'm looking in here, and so if today I said, okay, from 325, I wanted to get to 285. Boy, this is going to be a very windy day. What do I need to do? So if I wanted to do it relaxed, I would be eating 3,200. I'll be eating 3,278 calories. If I want to do it at steady, I'll be eating 2,792 calories. And if I wanted to do aggressive, I would be at 2,200 calories. And I think I'm well under that anyway, so I think I'm on aggressive as it is. So that means right there, I need about, if this is accurate, I need 3,700 calories a day to live. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. Like, I need to eat over 3,500 calories, which I don't think that's correct. I think that's a little bit off. Actually, I think that's way off. But, you know, that's also what the dietitian told me, one of them. So that's weird, though. That is very weird. So if we choose the relaxed, let's see what that gives me. Let's generate the milestone. All right, so my score will go up to a 633. My weight will be at 285, minus 40 pounds. And my fat mass will be at 119. But I don't like the fact that my lean mass is going to go down to 166. I don't like that. Once again, this is just something to look at. I don't think this is truly accurate. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pretty much investigate everything and then go off of that. Anyway, let's get back to the house because I'm tired. All right, so we're after dinner, and I kind of just sat here and did all the math real quick. So we got the two-ounce patties, which was 350. Now we're gonna estimate because, like I say, I didn't pack them down. So, but that's what we're gonna say, 350. The buns are 240. That's for both of them, not for one, both. The cheese, I did not use 1/4 cup of cheese, but we're gonna call it 1/4 cup of cheese. 1 tablespoon of sour cream. Once again, I did not use that much, but we're gonna call it that. Guacamole was pretty much not even a tablespoon, but once again, we're gonna say 15 calories. Once again, we did not use a 1/4 cup of shredded carrots, but we're going to call it 15 calories for that, if that's even right. I think that might be way off. The C4 drink was 10 calories. That was on the thing. Of course, mustard is no calories. That icy drink, I believe it was 5, but because I threw because I threw away the boxes, I did not write down which was which, but I know none of them goes over 10 calories, so we're just going to call them all 10 calories. So that means right now we are at 690 calories for the day. So that kind of tells me, oh my God, hold on. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, guys, you know that moment when you, I know that I'm using my other phone, so I'm sorry. That moment where you drink an energy drink or you took your pre-workout and that shit is kicked in your ass. That's where we're at right now. Sorry. Let's continue. So what that means is we got a lot of calories left over, but I don't want to fill these calories with junk. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, like, I might take 2 more sausages. I could eat another burger, but I don't want to cook another burger. I don't know what to do. I really don't. And right now, the funny thing is, I'm not hungry. That actually filled me. So even if I have a plum and a brownie, this kind of, I wasn't really tracking that closely, but I kind of had everything way over. I think I kind of had everything at 800 calories last time. That right there tells me we're not eating anywhere near our goal. That's probably why. And then I'm out there doing 20,000 steps a damn day. Ooh. We really got to make some choices here, folks. But, and I know that, oh yeah, I'm only 5 pounds from my goal. It doesn't mean anything if I'm not being healthy, folks. So maybe next time we'll do 4-ounce patties. Next time I do the burger thing, this is where we, hold on. So this right here is where we now have to wonder about the whole thing, such as, oh God, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for this phone. This one will get changed sometime around my birthday. But this is where we now have to wonder about, like, the bun thing. When I say I wanted keto buns rather than these buns, now it becomes, okay, is it even that big of a deal at this point? When you're that far under. Brownies, making them healthier, is it really worth the damn? Oh my God, that shit is kicking my ass. Ghost never does this unless you drink Legend. I don't know, but you know what? Here's the thing. While I do love the weight loss, I want to make sure we're not losing fat. Not fat. We want to make sure we're losing fat, but we're not losing muscle. And I'm going up in muscle now. I don't know how, because I'm just walking. Unless I'm lifting something that is gaining me muscle. But we're going to figure all this out. Don't worry. We'll figure it all out together. I'm sorry I didn't do all this beforehand, but we're going to do better. I don't want Greg Doucette making a video on me because I know he's already gonna make a video. If I do the 30 days of Greg Doucette, which is very interesting, I think I might do it anyway. I think I might do his cookbook anyway, because those Sloppy Gregs, horrible name, but they actually did look really good, especially the vegan ones. You know what? We're gonna have Sloppy Joes for dinner this week. I think I'm gonna make Sloppy Joes for dinner this week. Thank you, Greg. Fuck you. I got some ground turkey I need to get rid of anyway, so I think I'm gonna make some Sloppy Gregs. I fucking hate you, Greg. Actually, I don't have bread I need to get rid of, but I got some tortillas I need to get rid of. So, Greg, if you watch this, is it possible to make Sloppy Greg quesadillas? Greg, just ignore ignore the guardian angel over here saying, Brandon, shut the fuck up right now and go eat something before I beat your motherfucking ass. Ignore that. Why do I look so fucking... Why does my face look so much fucking skinnier down here than upstairs? You know what? Fuck physics. Anyway. Greg, if you're watching this, is it possible to turn Sloppy Gregs into quesadillas? Or can I just use tortillas as the bread? Check yes or no. Or go to jail. Do not collect gold. Do not collect $200. Whatever the fuck, man. What the fuck y'all say in Canada? I love Canada though, so go UBC. Anyway, let me get done with this and I'll hit you back later. Time right now is 14:44. I got a question for everybody. What is your weirdest shower thought? Leave it down. For all the 5 of you, probably now 6 of you who watch my videos, leave it down in the comments. So here's the idea I came up with in the shower. What I would love to do is I would love to do a video where for a month I have to cook from a cookbook either by Will Tennyson or Greg Doucette. Now I know that sounds weird, but I think that could be kind of fun. Now it would be one or the other, not both, one or the other. So I would either buy Will Tennyson's cookbook or I'll buy Tenny's cookbook or Ducey's cookbook. Why did I call him Ducey? We're going to call him Ducey. Sorry, Tenny, Ducey. And I think it'd be kind of fun. Now, with the way I eat, I have the 2 meals in 4 hours. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? It's time for bed. It's just time for bed. So what I would do is I would choose 2 recipes that are similar, where they have like some of the same ingredients, but maybe they're cooked 2 different ways, or maybe similar ingredients, but one you might take out something, the other one you might add something. So I can have 2 of those and a dessert. Now, the reason why I say this is because Will Tennyson did the video on the 2.0 cookbook by Greg. And that chocolate hummus chickpea cake, I'm not gonna lie, that shit looked good. You know, when he said it's sweet but savory, that made me want to try it. But Will's recipes, I ain't gonna lie, he made a burger once. That shit look like it's busting. And plus his protein powder stuff, his protein powder dessert video, that would get a lot of play in my house. That does get a lot of play in my house. Rest in peace, Chips Ahoy. Flag half mast right now. But the day this video comes out, I will also put a poll up asking, which one should I buy? I can only buy one. And I think, honestly, now both of them technically put a lot of recipes out on their channels. especially Will. So it might not even have to be I'm buying it, but it is going to be a meal prep for a week. So it's going to be meal number 1 and then meal number 2. So we really got to think about that, plus the dessert. So let's hope I'm not eating apple goop for a week. Team Tenny. Okay. 14:47. I'm going to take a quick nap. Drink a little bit more water. We are at 140. 140. So, going to drink, take a nap, and I'll see you at serving 1.
Goodbye to the bad guy. Here comes
Time right now,
Here comes Razor.
16:02. We are done with our fast, almost. Hold on, let me see. We are actually 2 minutes 17 over. Up. 20 hours and 2 minutes. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our lemon drink. There's lemon water in here. And we got the blue icy one.
Bad guys don't start hugging each other. Back in the day in Madison Square Garden. That's bullshit, man.
Well, you saw it. Where's the top?
May 19th, 1996, Madison Square Garden. And on televised
What's his name? Uploaded. Wrestling bios uploaded. So I put lemon water in here. There's already lemon. 1 cap full of lemon juice and whatever.
An unscripted goodbye that rewrote the future of pro wrestling.
Let's give it a read.
The early to mid 90s was
I don't think it all went in.
business was down in comparison to previous years. Talent was being aggressively coached by Ted Turner's World Championship
Okay.
Wrestling. And general interest in the WWF was getting lower
Good.
and lower as the years went on.
We also have,
Vince McMahon needed new stars. He began pushing a new
For whatever
generation
reason.
concept that focused on young
and for
talent.
dinner,
And a group of very talented
I made
yet
burgers.
undeniable
Now, this time
copy
I
wrestlers
smashed
were
down the,
about to step up to the plate. They were
I smashed
given
these
names
down.
quick by their peers. And at its core were Shawn Michaels,
2 ounce patties,
Kevin Nash, who wrestled Diesel, Scott
ghost
Hall,
pepper cheese, just a little sprinkle of it, a little bit of carrots on top for a crunch, and some, just a dollop of sour cream. We're going to call it a tablespoon.
then known as the 1-2-3 Kid.
So,
Then you had newcomer
of course,
quarterback portraying the Connecticut Blue
you know,
Blood.
and I did fry the buns, so
They weren't just work colleagues, they were a tight-knit brotherhood, navigating the grueling
Alright.
schedule together.
One bite,
sharing
you know the
secrets,
rule.
partying together,
I don't know the rule.
generally being
I really don't.
unbearable
Oh,
to
and
those they
mustard.
worked against, and by their own admission, pushing the boundaries of backstage politics. We love the business. We talk the business 24/7. We live the business. It was a short time. We made a
Good.
the five of us, saying that if we stay strong and don't turn on each
Good.
other, nobody else can feud with us. They, the office, always fucking work the boys against the boys. And we were the first guys to say, stop.
all right.
When we started getting
Gonna watch
calls,
this.
instead of being like the rest of the boys that would answer, what did you get with, oh, I'm not saying. We'd get
Gonna
the
watch
call for
this,
Survivor Series,
and
I would
we'll-
say,
I'll talk to you in a minute.
And Sean would say, I beat Shawn Michaels. and
So
Tony
good.
Stockley before
So
he
yummy.
defended his title against real-life
So is
friend
this.
Kevin Nash inside
This
the
is really
WWF
good as well.
The clique had discussed a plan
And
for
go
a
follow
final
Wrestling
collective
Bios.
farewell, but they were wary of
Please.
repercussions, especially for Triple H, who wasn't leaving. Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
We had to
So,
we're at the
I
last
give
leg.
these
It's a match between
burgers
Kevin and
about
Kevin.
an
We got
8
them
out of 10.
so red for the
I need to make them
first
better.
time. I don't know how long. Hunter comes up and goes, "Are you doing it?"
Anyway,
I don't know. Ask Vince.
that's really good as well.
We
So,
didn't want to get
please
Hunter any-
go
Sean walked
grab
over
this if you
hands
can.
along with
It is a
his
good replacement for the one that's leaving.
The last time we were going
But
to be in the garden.
that's really good. Gonna eat this,
Mind if we come out
enjoy
quick
this,
and kinda hug the other
and
person?
almost done with this water as well.
With what
About a month ago, I put out a post on Instagram, TikTok, and
6:03.
YouTube asking
So what we have is, we have another thing of water right here. We have our RC0.
part one version of this video where I
And we have, let me help you out here. We got a tablespoon of sour cream, which isn't really a tablespoon. We're going to call it 30 calories of sour cream. We have a quarter cup of rice. We got a little bit of cheese, a sprinkle of cheese. So we're going to call that 60 calories. A quarter, like half of a quarter cup of cheese. And then we have the links. So the package on the link says it's about 3.5 servings, but I treat it as 4. So I treat each link as 2 servings. So it's 2 long links. I just break them in half, have it, and I call it 2 servings. So 460 calories of that. Of course, mustard is nothing. So I don't know how many calories this is. Let me quickly do the math for you guys. Oh, by the way, the last one was not 690, it was 660. Sour cream will be 30 calories and mustard is 0 calories. So what we're going to do is look at, hold on, 460 plus 160. So that takes us about 12 plus 60 plus, I don't know why I put the zeros in there. So we are now at 710 calories for that. So yeah, 710. And yeah, we are tracking everything. Now I guarantee you, as soon as like I say, the other quarter cup of cheese is probably not a quarter cup, because it was more like the same sprinkle, but we're going to call it a quarter cup. So right now we're at 1380, which means, however many calories is in a plum, we might have a plum, but we have 1550.
I don't know where you're hearing that from, because that's not true at all. Carnivore is anti-inflammatory for the vast majority of people.
So we got 170 calories left. And that could be a brownie, which is 150, or we could have a plum, which is way less, or I don't know. I have no clue. We could just leave them for all I care. But anyway, gonna eat this and we'll wrap up. So talk to you soon. We're gonna end with a plum, because even though it's 45 calories, or actually they say 30 to 45, this is a small plum, so we're gonna call it 45 anyway. Who cares? Cheers. That's good. So we're going to end with quite a few calories left over. I don't care. Today was a good day. It was a real good day. I know I said I was going to barbecue or grill or smoke the meat or whatever, and I didn't. Hope you all can forgive me for lying to you today. I'm just going to wait until it's a cooler day. Let that meat marinate a little more. And then we'll do something with it. Boy, who remembers the mask era? Anyway, of course, before I leave, I always like to say a little something to y'all. We're a tribe. I'm your tribal chief. All 6 of you who's watching, maybe now we've gained a 7th person. Who knows? Maybe a woman is watching. No matter what you're going through, I want you to always remember one thing. You're going to wake up tomorrow. If your eyes open, you have another chance to get it right. If you make it home and you lay your head on that pillow, do yourself a favor. Make sure it was worth it. Make sure tomorrow is worth living. You're not always going to get a chance to wake up. You're not even going to know that day when it comes. No matter what, make the day count. Win the day. Even if you're just 1% better than you were yesterday. Make sure you're just that little bit better that makes it worth it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lead by example in that one. Every day ain't perfect, but you know what? Every day we wake up and we try to make it worth it. Okay? And you're worth it. So if you're thinking you're not worth it, you're worth it. If you need someone just to give you encouragement, my name on Instagram is the same here, Brandon the Broker. Hit me up. I'll talk to you. I will email you every day. I will message you every day. Hey, you're worth it. Get the moving. Don't give me an excuse. We'll be each other's accountability buddy. Okay? But when you hit me up, be ready to move, because I'm going to make sure you move. Anyway, this day's in the book. I'm going to finish this up and watch more Jenny Middich. I'll see you back here tomorrow. And if I don't see you here tomorrow, I'm going to be at the nursing home with your mother. Drop your mother's nursing home in the comments. See you tomorrow.